with 3 co-workers. Cops say 2 men walked up behind her, shot her in the head, then ran off. The motive for the attack, not yet known.
Top round for London Broil, half price, $1.99 a pound. Pepsi, 69 cents with your Price Plus card. Florida's Natural Premium Orange Juice, half price, $1.49, and save $4 on Ice Capade Cinderella at the Meadowlands.
Now those are great prices.
We save you money.
Why go anywhere else?
ShopRite does it right.
Presenting the Smart Clapper.
How smart can it be?
Clap twice to turn one appliance on or off. 3 times for another.
Table. Still ahead this morning. I think she's really mad. She probably is. Yeah, she's probably mad. Because she can't take it anymore. Still ahead this morning, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air star Daphne Maxwell Reid joins us live. We'll also hear the sounds of country sensation Martina McBride. Right now, we'll take a short break.
Reason to change my plan. My baby loves me just the way that I am. My baby loves me just the way that I am.
Decorations. A fantasy of beautiful Christmas trees, all kinds and sizes.
Silk flowers. A Christmas wonderland of fabulous music boxes and more at Treasure Island.
A most unusual store.
Hi, I'm Jim Palmer. There's still time to refinance your home at the Money Store, even if you have less than perfect credit. Over the last year, thousands of homeowners across America have refinanced their mortgages with the Money Store. You can apply by phone anytime at the Money Store, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and there's never an application fee. So to refinance your mortgage, even if your credit is less than perfect, call the Money Store at 1-800-LOAN-YES. The Money Store, where America goes for money.
The 10 o'clock news tonight on Fox 5.
Robert Allen from Main Street in New York. I never knew there was a Main Street in New York, but give us a call because you're going to win a Sony CD, a portable CD, a Sony Discman, if you call us. Good morning once again. It's 40 degrees and drizzling at the moment, mostly cloudy today with a chance of scattered showers, the high 46, and mostly cloudy and cool tonight with a chance of light rain, the low 40. Complete weather and traffic in a few minutes, but first a look at our top stories. Here's Lynn White. Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning, Jim, and good morning, everyone. Rudy Giuliani had controversy follow him to his doorstep the other night. A teenager was struck by a cab right in front of the mayor-elect's apartment building. The boy's mother told EMS workers to take him to Columbia Presbyterian. That's where his father works as a surgeon. The medics wanted to take the boy to another hospital. Mr. Giuliani denies cursing at the medics.
The language that I used was strong language. It was not the language that EMS is now attributing to me. The words were closer to the judgment being stupid that was being made. I did not call him a name, but I did act firmly with him because, among other things, he was leaving the boy shivering on the ground without a blanket on him while he was carrying on this argument with the mother.
EMS supervisors say Mr. Giuliani was way out of line. They will have their say on our program in just a few minutes. Mr. Giuliani says he'd like to see EMS merged with the fire department under his administration. More than 1,500 ballots from the mayoral election were left in sealed envelopes and never counted. The Board of Elections is now investigating, but the ballots won't affect the outcome. Rudy Giuliani beat Mayor Dinkins by 53,000 votes. The first lawsuit has been filed stemming from that massacre aboard the Long Island Railroad last week. Police say Colin Ferguson shot 23 people. 6 died. Brendan Doyle is one of the wounded. His family is suing the MTA for $5 million.
This man was a time bomb waiting to go off. There's no question about that. And they have had an extensive record on this man. We don't know the extent of that because we don't have their files yet.
Meanwhile, good news for the McCarthy family of Mineola. Kevin McCarthy spoke to his family yesterday for the first time since the shooting. He was shot in the head. His father, who was sitting next to him on the train, was killed. Israel and the Vatican will sign an agreement to establish diplomatic ties. Officials say there will be a ceremonial meeting at the Vatican December 30th. The formal signing will be held in Israel later that day. Pentagon officials say they are pretty sure North Korea is trying to build nuclear weapons. They also say there is no evidence that the North is ready to attack the South. But if they do, they say they're ready to help.
I will tell you that none of us read their war plans, and I wouldn't want to pretend otherwise. I think logic would lead you to the conclusion that they probably would wish to reunify the country through force. And I think our friends in the Republic of Korea, together with us, have the capability of stopping him short of that.
About 36,000 American troops are already stationed in South Korea. In sports, the Knicks have won 4 in a row. They downed Denver at the Garden last night, 93-84. In hockey, the Islanders skated past the Devils, 4-1. Tonight, the Rangers are at the Garden hosting Hartford. The Devils skate at home against Boston. Finally, some rather unusual animals are stealing the spotlight in the Great Northwest. They are mammals known as naked mole rats. There they go. They're on exhibit at the Pacific Science Center in Seattle. Naked mole rats. Interesting. So if you're there, I guess you might want to pop over and visit them. I guess. That's it from the news desk. Back to Jim, who's got more.
Handsome little devils, aren't they?
Could you imagine one crawling around your bedroom somewhere?
Snuggle up to one.
No, I don't think so.
Thank you, Lynn. Let's see what's happening on the roads. No, I'm sorry. Dick Oliver's standing by with this other part of the controversy between the EMS and Mayor-elect Giuliani.
Yes, Jim, another part of the story. We have spoken with Mayor-elect Giuliani, and let's get the union side of the story. And we're pleased to have with us Eric Mitchell, who's Vice President of the Lieutenants and Captains Union of the EMS. Thank you for being with us, Eric.
Thank you.
You've watched this thing, you've seen it, you've seen the reports. What's your take on what happened with the Mayor-elect?
Well, I think the Mayor-elect acted inappropriately for such a high official to turn around and curse out an EMS lieutenant that was basically doing his job is totally unacceptable. I firmly believe that the Mayor-elect owes, at this point, the lieutenant in question an apology. Definitely in order.
All right. You saw the interview that we had earlier with the Mayor-elect. There's one portion of it that we want to play for you right now, and this is where Mayor-elect Giuliani is talking about the incident and the attitude of the EMS worker. Let's go to that tape right now.
What happened was that the EMS worker was arguing with the mother, making things much worse because she was upset, not treating her the way you would want a worker from New York City to treat a mother in that kind of distress. Certainly not the way I'd want my wife treated if my son were in that situation. And then she observed in the middle of the argument that had he stopped arguing, and gone to the hospital, they would have been at the hospital already.
What about that?
Well, I dispute the fact that they were arguing as much as that the lieutenant was trying to advise the family that in the best interest of the patient, which is what we're talking about here, that the patient be taken to a trauma center, not the Columbia Presbyterian, which is not a trauma center. He was trying to encourage the family to take the patient to the best hospital for that particular condition. I think the Mayor-elect misinterpreted the lieutenant's remarks and then became abusive at that point.
What about this waiver business where a patient, if there is time and it is not as traumatic a situation as it might be, that the patient is able to say, no, please take me to such and such?
Yes, we call that the 10-minute rule, and it certainly would be applicable in this case. However, once again, it is the lieutenant's obligation to advise the family that if you wish to go to another hospital, it is still in the best interest of the patient to turn around and go to the hospital that EMS and a panel of doctors recommends to go to the trauma center for this type of case. And that's what the lieutenant was doing. So once again, it was inappropriate of Mr. Giuliani to turn around and intervene at that point.
One final question. What are your thoughts about the possibility of a merger that the Giuliani administration is looking at of the EMS and the fire department?
Well, I think at this point it's premature. Looking at it, I have 28 years in EMS, and I don't think it's a good idea. Personally, I do not think it's a good idea. You're going from one bureaucratic agency to another. They're not going to save money.
Do a tremendous job under very difficult circumstances. But it's this bureaucratic inflexibility that gets to all New Yorkers. You've been through it, I've been through it, we've all been through it.
We're going to take a little break, but we're not going to be hard on EMS because we may need them.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
right.
A little break.
Would you like to refinance your first mortgage? Or pay off a high-rate second mortgage? Or maybe purchase a new home, but you've been late with payment?